Therapy Center right here in Baudry. I'm a personal trainer and a running coach. I deal with strength programs, for weight loss, strength programs, help keep runners injury-free. So I'm just going to go through a little bit of what we do. So what is a dynamic warm-up? A dynamic warm-up is a warm-up that deals with motion and movement as opposed to static stretching, which is your traditional bend over, hold for 20 seconds. There's actually been a lot of science that has shown that that's actually detrimental to your running. Doesn't reduce the chance of injury, but dynamic stretching has been proven to be more effective for warming you up and keeping you injury-free. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through some exercises that you can do before you run or before you race that's going to help you warm up. First thing, like a traditional warm, you want to go out and you want to get a few minutes of just easy casual jogging in. Try and get the blood flow stimulated throughout your body. And that's going to help you to do the dynamic warm-up, which is a little bit more intense than easy jogging. So after you easy jog, let's say however long, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatnot. Here's some exercises. The first one we're going to go through, it's an easy one, you've probably done before. It's just high knees, but we're going to do it in place. Some people do it jogging, walking. All it really is just getting your knees as high as possible. You want to do that, 10 to 20 times on each leg. Next one we want to do is we want to try and stretch out some of the hip flexors, your quads, your abs. You might not realize that you actually use your abs a lot when you're running, and you're constantly stretching them. Every time you take a step forward, your abs are elongated across your torso. So you don't want to have tight abs going into a race. You want to make sure they're nice and loose. So what we want to do is just put one foot forward and just reach back and just feel the stretch along the side and along the leg back. Just hold that, come back. Hold it again for a couple seconds. Alright, I'll go without it. So you want to hold that for a couple seconds. And then switch sides. Let's do the other side. And you're just going to feel the stretch along your abs. You're going to feel it along your quads, your hip flexors. The next one we're going to do, it's actually a short series. It's not the full series, but there's a physical therapist by the name of Gary Gray who he studies biomechanics, and he's found that this lunge series really helps warm up the muscles. We're going to do a lower level version of it. If you want to know more, you can just look up Gary Gray lunge matrix. Google that. And we're just going to go through just a couple of the lunges. It works now? Okay. All right. So, depending on your ability, you don't have to go all the way down. You can just go 3/4 the way, half the way, if you can't go down that far. But the first one that we're going to do is a series of 2 lunges forward. Each leg. Alright, now we're going to do 2 lunges backwards. So you do need an element of balance and stability with this exercise. And so it's also a general strength workout too. So it's good for it's good for 2 things. It's good for warming you up and building your muscle. It's off again. All right. So the next one we're gonna do lunges out to the side. So you just want to come out to the side, lunge down, come back, lunge down to the other side. Okay, so like I said before, you got a lot of ab when you run. You also have a lot of, you have torso rotation, you have spine rotation. So we got to get your spine warmed up as well. So just standing in place, just twist side to side. Good. All right, the last couple that we're going to do, if you have bad balance, you might want to find a partner or find a tree. We're just going to do some leg swings, all right? We're going to warm up the leg. The first one we're going to do is a leg swing in the sagittal plane. So, if you got a partner or whatnot, hold on to them. If you got good balance, you just swing your leg back and forth. And like I said, this is good for balance as well. So, you're building that coordination, not just warming up. Switch sides to the other side. Good. All right. Now we're gonna do, I like that, teamwork. All right. So now you're gonna do leg swings, but we're gonna do frontal plane. Swinging them out and back. It's kind of hard. All right, we're gonna switch. I don't know who's going in and out. So. I know. All right, and the last one that we're gonna do, we got a lot of motion in the hip girdle when we're running. So a really good exercise to activate the muscles in the hip and get you ready to run is what an exercise they call hurdle trail leg. If you ever seen a hurdler, when he jumps over the hurdle, or when he runs through the hurdle, his back leg comes through, okay? So what we're gonna do is you're gonna stand there, try to balance yourself, and just move through the hurdle. Yeah, it's tough. And then we'll go backwards as well. Not many hurdlers run backwards, but we're gonna do it today. All right, and then we'll do the other side.
Okay, thanks, Chaz.